Hello students, I hope you all are hale and hearty and I advise you all to please take your studies seriously. Please go through the previous videos that have been shared by your teachers, the study material, so that you understand what is being taught now. And today I'm going to discuss the topic process of e-filing, the different processes of e-filing and e-verification of return. For this, let me share something with you. So the different types of e-filing process. For this, first, let us recapitulate a little bit of what was being taught earlier. That if we want to file return, it can be manually or it can be electronically. Manually means to submit the return in paper form, and electronically means to e-file, to submit the file through internet. And e-filing is nowadays almost compulsory for all the categories of SSCs except very few. So that thing I have already discussed in my first or second class. You can refer to those videos or material. So when we say e-filing process means the process of e-filing, how we can conduct it, how can it be done? So for that, you should remember that at present, Income Tax Department has given a new e-filing portal, and the new name of the portal is www.incometax.gov.in, and this portal is effective from 7th June 2021. Earlier it was www.incometaxindiaefiling.gov.in. So even if you type that on the browser, it will be redirected to this new browser. Okay, so Income Tax has come up with the new e-filing portal. You should remember this, from 7th June 2021. And in this portal, a person can e-file his return in any of the processes that are mentioned below. So you must understand here that first the person has to visit the website and search the form that is required to be filled up. And before that, registration is also required. A person has to register on the website. How to register, what is the process of registration? It would be so nice if I could teach it to you on the laptop directly. I'll see if I can do something regarding that. But at present, let us move to the next step, that after registration, you will search the form, fill up the form, and then you will submit it. So while submitting the e-file form, the e-return, you will submit it in any of these three ways. The first one is e-file without digital signature certificate. So digital signature certificate is not a new term. I hope you all have heard about this. Nowadays, it is very popular and it is used for the identification of a person. So a person is issued a digital signature certificate by certifying authorities, the authorities that are certified by government to issue this certificate to you. You have to apply for this, pay something for this, and after you get your digital signature certificate, you can use it, and this will be equally valid as your own signature, the normal signature that you put. So I have also given an explanation of digital signature certificate here. So this is in digital format, okay? So if you file without digital signature certificate, then you will have to go for manual verification. For this, let me tell you one thing, that after submitting any return, the Income Tax Department will process it only when you have verified it at your end. The taxpayer, the person who has filed the return, that person has to verify that, yes, I have filed the return, because anybody else may file the return in your name. So for verification, there are various ways. I will teach you that. But at present, you try to understand that if you have filed without digital signature certificate, then in that case, you will have to verify your form manually. How? You will have to generate ITR-V, that is ITR verification form. Then you will have to fill it up, the details, your signature and all, and you will have to post it or courier it to CPC. CPC means Central Processing Center, Bangalore. This is based in Bangalore Income Tax Office. Okay, it is called Central Processing Center. They have written that you have to send it by ordinary post or speed post only. But I have got instances where people have sent it by courier also. So this has to be submitted to this office. The return has to be submitted to CPC Bangalore within 120 days from the date of filing the form. And that is there the process of verification will end. But the second method is e-file using digital signature certificate. Now, once you use the digital signature certificate, then there is no need to go for further verification. That will automatically e-verify your return. It is called electronic verification. So if you have not used digital signature certificate, you will have to generate ITR-V form and submit it to Income Tax Office, CPC Bangalore. And if you have used digital signature certificate or electronic verification code, then it's very simple. You don't have to go for e-verification because automatically your e-verification is done. So here one new term has cropped up, electronic verification code, EVC. So what is electronic verification code? It is a code that you will generate. It's a 10-digit code. Okay, it's a 10-digit code and it is generated for the purpose of electronic verification of the return. And it is generated through the system, and there are various ways in which we can generate a e-verification code by using our Aadhaar, by using our bank account, by using our ATM or any DMAT account. If we have, we can generate it through that, through net banking. There are many ways in which e-verification code is generated. And once that code is generated, you simply have to put it into the system and your return gets e-verified. So if you use either digital signature certificate or electronic verification code, then what happens? Things become very simple. You don't have to create ITR-V. You don't have to fill it up. You don't have to post it. All these hassles are saved. And it is convenient for the Income Tax Department also. So for digital signature certificate, first you need to apply for digital signature certificate and you need to have it in your name. It's only after that that you can use it. And regarding EVC, it can be generated instantly when you are filing your return. And the third way is that you can e-file your return through ERI, that is e-return intermediary. Who are e-return intermediary? They are people, they are certified by the NSDL, okay, National Securities Depository Limited. So this National Securities Depository Limited, NSDL, it is authorized as a registrar to certify certain people who have applied to become e-return intermediaries. That means they become the agents who will file your return on your behalf. So everyone is not capable, right? Everyone is not capable to file return. So if they want to take expert help, then this e-return intermediaries who have the registration certificate from NSDL can do it on your behalf. And they will also, even when they will file return, either they will do it with DSC or EVC, or they will do without DSC. So if they do without the digital signature certificate, then same thing, ITR-V form will be required. And if DSC is not, if DSC is used, then automatically the form gets e-verified. So these are the three ways in which you will file the income tax return. And the next topic that I want to discuss today is verification of return. That also in the previous this topic I have already discussed. That means what happens once you file the return, the Income Tax Department will accept it only when you do the second step, that is verify your return. So the burden, the onus of verifying the return is on the person filing the return, on the taxpayer. So verification or come to amiye koribo lagibo. Ami jetia kori dim tetia he Income Tax Department amar document to amar return to processing to arambho koribo. Otherwise etu ene pori thakibo computer or system on. So verification to khub important step. Etu return ore eta step hoy. Return simply ami upload kori dilu tenekwa nohoy. Return upload korar pisot verification to khube dorkari. আৰু এই verification to 120 days or ভিতৰত হ'ব লাগিব verification process has to be within 120 days. Sometimes in very extreme cases, in some special cases, if 120 days limit is crossed, even then it will be the decision of the income tax department. They may allow, but remember, try to be very strict. It will be 120 days, not exceeding 120 days. Now, yeah. So for the ease of the taxpayers, income tax department has provided many methods. And as I told you, verification can be done online as well as offline. Offline method is the one that I have discussed several times today. It is by sending ITR-V form to Bangalore Central Processing Center office within 120 days by post or speed post. And the online method, it is known as e-verification. And there are 3 processes under this. You can e-verify through Aadhaar OTP. You can e-verify through digital signature certificate, or you can e-verify through EVC. That is electronic verification code. And this I told you, this verification can be by using net banking, by using bank account number, by using bank ATM, by using DMAT account, and so on. So just like you remember, students, suppose you make a payment online. এনেকুৱা তো তোমালোকে কৰি থাকা অনলাইন পাৰচেজ সো পেমেন্টটো যেতিয়া কৰিব খুজা তেতিয়া ওটিপি এটা আহে ওটিপিটো আহাৰ পিছত যেতিয়া সেই ওটিপিটো তুমি এন্টাৰ কৰিবা তেতিয়া হেইটো পেমেন্টটো সাকসেসফুল হ'ব তাৰ মানে বেলেগে তোমাৰ যাতে ফোনটো ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি বা তোমাৰ পাসওয়ার্ড ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি পেমেন্ট কৰিব নোৱাৰে যাতে তোমাৰ ফোনটো যদি তোমাৰ ওচৰত আছে বা তুমি যি মোডতো পেমেন্ট কৰা ফোনটো তোমাৰ ওচৰত থাকিলে ওটিপিটো আহিব আজিকালি তো আমি বেংকত পইচা উলাব গলেও এটিএমত directly ulabo nuari mobile prathome ki ahibo eta OTP ahibo remember this whenever you go to ATM to withdraw money an OTP comes to your mobile and when you type that OTP it's only after that you can withdraw money similarly for making any kind of online payment any kind of digital transaction OTP one time password has become a very important term right so that OTP kind of this EVC is that OTP kind of thing electronic verification code so hey this code is generated through any of this mode net banking so our pre-validated bank account number that number has to be validated in your income tax registration number or your bank ATM it may be used so how these are used for this you may do one thing dear students I've shared very few links you can go to these links and whatever I have discussed with you little more that you can see details you will get in these websites you can also use your browser and search for more that you have the liberty enough to do that but you should have that intention okay everything is at your fingertips in your mobile in your laptop in your computer the only thing is that you should have the will to learn and the day you develop that will to learn then everything will be within your control your subject your topic will be within your control so with this I end up my discussion and I hope you will be brushing up your knowledge by visiting these websites and learning a little more thank you